What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Cameron, back at it again with another video. And in today's video, we're talking about Modern Warfare and the recent patch that came out a couple days ago and really how pointless it was. The game still plays the exact same. All the problems that were here on launch are still here, and it's still a shitty-ass game. This is by far the top 5 worst Call of Duties ever, just off launch alone. These maps are terrible. I'm not talking about the campaign. I'm just talking about multiplayer and Spec Ops, which I've tried to play and it's crashed multiple times. So Spec Ops is basically thrown out the window. One of the major components of this game is unplayable because of the bugs, and it always crashes. You can't really play it with friends. It's garbage. Straight ass. Really. Spec Ops is garbage. That's really all I can say. I haven't really been able to do a review on it because I can't fucking play it. But today we're talking about multiplayer. On this channel, we usually do multiplayer. I haven't had a chance to play the campaign yet. I've just been putting hours into multiplayer. And multiplayer is a shit fest. It's honestly terrible. Okay, from the bad PR of, the people at Infinity Ward saying they made these maps for noobs, and they made this map to cater towards slower tactical, use that very loosely, when I say camping playstyles. These maps are really terrible. This is the one thing that destroys this game is the maps and the bootleg Rainbow Six playstyle this game caters to. I don't know why Call of Duty is trying to be Rainbow Six all of a sudden, but they just can't do it. The maps in this game are horrendous. But the gunplay, the mounting mechanic, the customization, everything like that is spot on. Honestly, everything like that is amazing. I love all of that shit. Honestly. All of it is really, really great. It is the best customization we've ever had in a Call of Duty. The gun progression is amazing. I really like it. Honestly. All jokes aside, all hate aside, the gun customization, the gunplay, the mounting, all fantastic. All fantastic. This is basically a continuation of Ghost, because Ghost, like this game, had fantastic gunplay. But like Ghost, it actually has the same problems as Ghost. Okay? The good thing from Ghost, they brought over here and touched it up and made it better. Like the shooting mechanic, the leaning mechanic, they added mounting, the time to kill is really well, the cool graphics, everything, the great customization, everything that was good in Ghost, they put it here. But all the same problems from Ghost are also here. We have terrible maps, just like Ghost. A lot of campers, just like Ghost. The time to kill could be a little bit adjusted, but honestly, I don't really mind it too much because it is very, very satisfying, just like Ghost. So I'm kind of in the middle with the time to kill. It could be better, but I feel like it could fuck up the game if they change the time to kill by a little bit too much. And now we're talking about guns that people think could need nerf. The M4A1, I agree with 8 Thoughts. I don't think it really needs a nerf. I think we should just buff up the ARs a little bit more. I think some of the ARs are just so outclassed by the M4 that you should really... Why the hell would you use anything else? Really. Why would you use anything else when the M4 is basically a submachine gun and an assault rifle? It is insanely overpowered. It is really just outclasses every single gun in the assault rifle category. The assault rifle category does have probably some of the better guns. I think the best category in this game is shotguns. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the ARs are just so outclassed by the M4. Don't even use any other gun, in my opinion, but the M4. I do use the M13 in this gameplay just to switch it up. I was getting a little bit sick of the M4. But the M4 is just the best. It shits on every single gun in the game, easily. You can just turn corners quickly. The attachments are great. You unlock sleight of hand quick. It's basically an SMG and an assault rifle. It basically is. It's amazing. The M4 is fucking amazing. And now we're talking about shotguns. Shotguns need a buff. Need a nerf. Not a buff. They need a fucking nerf. Okay, especially the 725. That gun is a sniper rifle. That is the one that needs the fattest of nerfs. But overall, shotguns in this game are insanely overpowered. They are very OP, just like in Ghosts, because of the short time to kill. It makes them very, effective, especially in close quarter combat. And they need to be nerfed. especially the 725. That gun is insane. It has way too much range. It does way too much damage. It is the best gun in the game. Every single person has two classes, okay? They have an M4 and a overkill, M4 with overkill with a 725, or 725 and a riot shield, okay? With claymores, obviously. Yes, the 725 is too overpowered. They need to nerf it, or they just need to scrap it. Because I feel like if they nerf it, the gun just may be so terrible where they just can't do anything with it, to where it's pointless and just taking up data. The 725 needs a fucking fat nerf. It is way too powerful. It has way too much range. It's just too good. Nerf it. That's the one gun that's broken in this game, I believe. And the claymores are a massive problem. I think that you could easily fix that with buffing EOD, where it's like Flak Jacket, where you don't die. You may get red screened, but you don't die. So I think claymores need to be nerfed into high heaven. They're way too powerful. Everybody runs them because you unlock them so early. I think that they should be a later unlock, okay? They're fucking terrible. They're fucking terrible. Fuck claymores. They need to go away. Call of Claymore Window Warfare is basically what it is, okay? Because of the claymores. The claymores need to go. They need to get nerfed, or they do less damage, or EOD. We need to get buffed, because that's really the best option. Just buff EOD so we don't fucking blow up every single time we run into a room. But that's also easily fixable. Also, Dead Silence. I always run Dead Silence. Even on my camping class with the FAMAS and the shotgun I use when I'm free-for-all. You need to run Dead Silence in this game. If you want any enjoyment, you need to run Dead Silence. When I didn't run Dead Silence, I thought this was the worst Call of Duty I've ever played. And now it's like the third worst Call of Duty I've ever played. Just because of Dead Silence. Those 30, 40 seconds, or when you're on a kill streak, are so fun. They're so amazing, man. Dead Silence is the shit. You need to run Dead Silence, or you're going to have a really bad time playing this game. So, Dead Silence should be a perk. Maybe put it in the perk 3 slot, or the perk 2 slot. But it needs to be a perk. A field upgrade is not good enough. But, if it remains a field upgrade, it's fine. But if it becomes a perk, that would just get rid of campers 110%. Because they'll never be able to hear you if you run EOD. With Dead Silence, you walk through their claymores and they won't be able to hear you. So you'll be fine. And they'll counteract campers 110%. Because whenever I run Dead Silence, I go on a fucking tear and I destroy everybody. I destroy hella people whenever I run Dead Silence. Dead Silence is a must, in my opinion. But if it remains a field upgrade, fine. But they should make it last maybe a minute or your whole life. Yeah, that's better. Have it have slow regeneration, but last the whole life. That's fine. Then rather than 30 seconds. Because these maps, now we're going to talk about the maps. This is going to take up majority of this video. The maps are the thing that kills this game. The maps are a shit fest. They're so big, so infested with clutter, and just because of how, like, many lines of sight, open spaces, buildings they are, it encourages camping. Because, there's always going to be somebody peeking around a corner or in a corner with a shotgun or looking at you through a line of sight because there's so many lines of sight, okay? There's always like a crossroad. Everywhere you go on the map, there's always a little crossroad. To your left, you can get shot. To your right, you can get shot. From the front, you can get shot. From the back, you can get shot. There is far too many lanes. I know we were getting tired of the 3-lane maps that Treyarch was making, but, dude, these aren't much better. These are just random fucking buildings on top of each other. It looks like when you were playing with Legos and you were bored and you just built something. That's what these maps look like. Honestly. There is 2 maps I don't mind. The rest of them I think are horrible. Okay, the 2 maps I don't mind are Piccadilly. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that, but I seem to always play well on Piccadilly, so I like Piccadilly, and Gunrunner. Those are the 2 maps I like, because Gunrunner reminds me of BF4. But those are the only 2 maps I enjoy, okay? The only 2 maps I enjoy are Gunrunner and Piccadilly. The rest of them are fucking awful, man. Horrible. St. Petrograd, in my opinion, is the worst map in Call of Duty history. It is by far the worst map in Call of Duty history. There's so much clutter. I don't know what to do. I don't know what guns to run. I don't know where I'm getting shot from. The middle is a shit fest. St. Petrograd is the worst map I've ever played. Followed by that Granza raid. That one is also fucking terrible. The middle is a fucking corn maze. And the edge, the left side and the right side are so open that if you run, you're going to get shot from either spawn by a sniper, and it's just terrible. The flow on a lot of these maps, even the ones I like, are fucking awful. Okay, these maps are game-breaking because they are this bad. I honestly think they should just take the game out for a month and just redo the maps, okay? Or they need to add a couple windows, add a couple pieces of cover, or board up some windows, close off some buildings, delete some buildings. They need to do something, okay? Because these maps are atrocious. And also the amount of success I've had just sitting in a building and killing people with a shotgun or an M4 or my M13 is ridiculous. These maps are garbage. I'm sorry. They are the worst part of this game, along with the spawns. The spawns are even worse. The only two game modes where the spawns are actually good are free-for-all and kill confirm, because that came after launch. Those are the only times spawns are okay. In Team Deathmatch, Cyber Attack doesn't really matter, but in Team Deathmatch and Domination, they're pointless. Headquarters too. In those three game modes, they're awful. Team Deathmatch is terrible because it's a camp fest, and unlike Free-for-All, which is good because everybody will team up on a camper and kill them, I think Free-for-All is my favorite game mode in this game, and I'm not even a Free-for-All player. That's the funny thing. I never used to play Free-for-All, but I'm playing Free-for-All a lot here because it's the best game mode. It's easily the best game mode. It's everybody against everybody, so everybody's going to be calling out campers. I feel like there's way more camaraderie in Free-for-All than there is in fucking Team Deathmatch. In Team Deathmatch, I'm like, yo, there's a camper in there, and everybody else is camping in the back. Fuck that. No. It's garbage, dude. It's garbage. Team Deathmatch is the worst game mode in this game. It is unplayable. Unplayable trash. Domination is the second worst game mode just because of how horrendous the spawns are. You can get spawn trapped and you will not switch spawns the whole game. So you'll just be getting destroyed. I've left so many times in Domination and TDM just from getting spawn trapped. There's no point. They'll have a guy with an LMG, a guy with a sniper rifle, and two guys on the left. You'll just be getting destroyed the whole game. There's no point of having this. And also, who the hell's genius idea was it to have no 2 rounds in Dom? That's retarded. We've had 2 rounds in Dom for the 10 years, more than 10 years almost. Like 12 years, from 2007, there's been 2 rounds in Domination. And now they just scrapped that for 1 round where you get spawn trapped and spawn on fucking Pluto. Because the spawns are so atrocious. And the Domination maps are by far the worst maps in the game. Euphrates Bridge is garbage. All the top 5 worst maps in COD history are in this game. Okay? Easily. Euphrates Bridge is terrible. St. Petrograd is terrible. The one that's in Russia with the church in the back and the barn, that map is terrible. They're all just garbage. The skill-based matchmaking is another fat issue that is so annoying. I don't know why they have skill-based matchmaking, just so noobs can play against other noobs, but you don't even get better like that, dude. People need to understand, skill-based matchmaking doesn't make people better, all right? I used to play basketball, right? Imagine if I just played against kindergartners. I would be destroying them, dropping 80 points a game. It's like what if I played against, what if LeBron played against WNBA players? Just because it was skill-based matchmaking. You'd drop 90 points a game. No. The only way you get better is if you play with people who are better than you, or you do stuff with someone who's better than you. It's the only way you get better. It's the only way you level up your play. As an athlete, that applies to every single facet of life. Okay? You're not going to get smarter if you fucking study with retards. Okay? You're not going to get smarter like that. You're only going to get smarter if you study with smart people. You're not going to get good at basketball if you play with WNBA players. Okay? You're only going to get good at basketball if you play with good players. You're not going to get good at football if you play against the fucking Pop Warner team when you're on steroids. It's not going to fucking work out like that. Just like you're not going to get better at Call of Duty if you're fucking stomping noobs. You're not going to get good at the game. You're going to suck. That's it. Skill-based matchmaking is so flawed in every single facet. It's ridiculous. Okay? It is ridiculous. Their safe space shit is retarded. They just need to scrap the skill-based matchmaking and throw it out the window. Because I know they had a problem with BO4 where it was basically you either destroyed a team or you got destroyed. I know they were sick and tired of that, but dude, don't model your game after Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 is not a very good game, even though I do think it is far superior to this game, but it's still not very good, okay? Black Ops 4 has a heap of fucking issues, a heap of them, but it's much better than this game. I would rather play Black Ops 4 than this game, and I was very critical of Black Ops 4, but I think Black Ops 4 did a lot of things right. Was the multiplayer garbage? Was there too much specialist bullshit? Yes, but it was the kind of shit that was fun. It was the kind of shit that was so atrocious and so terrible that you couldn't help have a fun time with it. It was like it was like Sharknado. Like, it's a garbage-ass film. It's so terrible that it's amazing. It's so, like, you're like, damn, dude, somebody really, really, like, put this together and made this. Like, this is atrocious. This is awful. Okay? It's like acting in porn. Like, it's fucking hilarious because of how terrible it is. You know, like, it's awful. But it's so funny and such a train wreck that you cannot, like, be, like, you just want to watch it or you want to play it more because of how garbage it is. Like Blackout. I was terrible at Blackout. I died every 5 minutes. I died. But it was so awful that it was hilarious. It was so bad that I wanted to keep playing. And it was just a joke. Like, I feel like whoever made Black Ops 4 was like, dude, let's just make this game terrible. And honestly, like, it worked. Like, it was fucking hilarious. Like, Black Ops 4 is by far, like, I give it like a 5 out of 10. Like, it's a below average Call of Duty. But just because of, like, the microtransactions and shit. But based on gameplay, it's a blast. Because of how much of a shit show it is. This game is, like, one of the... It's like one of those movies that is just trying to be pretentious. Like one of those art, like, horror movies that are like, oh, we're so edgy, like, we're so scary. But in reality, like, it's just random, like, disturbing shit on the screen. Like, I don't know, like, I saw that, like, Midsummer movie, and it was just, like, so many, like, twists and turns and, like, random, like, disturbing imagery. And they're like, wow, like, look how, psychological, like, horror this is. I'm like, dude, this movie's a fucking bore fest. This movie's fucking boring. It's just like this game. It's like, wow, look how realistic we are. Look, we can mount and, like, the guns sound amazing, which they do. But the gameplay is fucking terrible. The maps are fucking terrible. It's all flash, zero substance. There is no substance behind this garbage-ass game. I just can't stand it. I really can't stand this game. I give this game a shit ton of shit because of how garbage it is. It's a shit show, okay? With all due respect, Infinity Ward, you need to fix your game. You're on thin ice. You haven't made a good game since 2012, okay? Ghosts was good later down the line, but at launch, it was atrocious, okay? The fucking alien game mode, Extinction, is highly overrated. I think it's very overrated. It got boring. The first time you played it and you beat it, you're like, all right, that's it, bye. And that was it. All right? And the multiplayer was atrocious. The time to kill was, like, the only good thing. And the graphics I liked, and the gunplay was good. But everything else was garbage. And the DLC was pretty badass. But a lot of people just threw in the towel. You're not going to get people to play the DLC if at launch your game is so bad. You guys need to fix this, man. I don't want this video to be, like, 50 minutes long. But with that all being said, this is your boy Cameron. I am out.